All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone, time of this truth. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom, and Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. Now, once again, man, going into, this digital, cashless, surveillance, monetary system, man. That these devils want to bring forth, and they want to enslave mankind, all right, through this AI and technology, man. All right, soon, according to the scriptures, according to prophecy, this devil is going to want every man, woman, and child to receive a micro C-hip inside them. And that is the MARK of the beast. And according to the scriptures, all right, we are not to receive this thing even unto death, man. That's why the scriptures say, I saw the souls of them that will be beheaded for the witness of Yahushua and for the word of the Most High, which had not received the MARK. All right. They didn't worship the beast, nor its image, nor receive the MARK in their hands or in their foreheads, man. And they lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years. That's why Apostle Paul said what? The dead in Hamashiach shall rise first. That's why Apostle Paul spoke about what? The dead shall be raised incorruptible. Even those that die in the Lord are going to win, man. They're going to be raised incorruptible. They're going to rule, But man, the scripture say what? Be thou faithful unto death, and I shall give thee a crown of life. All right? But just going into the point, all right, that we are not to receive this thing even unto death, man. All right? So let's start with this right here, man, with Apple, All right? This is Forbes.com. It says Apple's digital ID can now be used in some airport TSA lines. What to know? The new iPhone feature will allow users to input their American passport information and use their Apple Wallet as a digital form of identification at hundreds of airports around the country. And the point is that digital IDs are popping up everywhere, man. Multiple places, multiple countries. I did a lesson on Utah, all right. Digital IDs are popping up everywhere because this world is going to become real digital, man. It's going to become real, a sci-fi like you see in the movies, this place is going to get real digital, man. All right. Digital IDs have been popping up everywhere, man. The talk of digital wallets, digital assets, tokenization, blockchain technologies, the AI database, things finna get real digital, man. All right, let's get some more. Okay, now we got this. CNBC. Chinese robots are coming for Elon Musk $1 trillion Tesla payday. And going into Elon Musk $1 trillion Tesla payday, when you go into it, you got what? Elon with his Optimus robots, man. So another thing, you have these humanoid robots popping up, man. I believe China, Russia, you got Elon Musk, So robotics. It says Elon Musk's bid to become the world's first trillionaire increasingly rests on a single proposition that Tesla can evolve from an electric vehicle company into a robotics powerhouse. In 2023, China installed over 290,000 industrial robots, more than the rest of the world combined, with robot density reaching 470 robots per 10,000 workers, surpassing Japan and Germany for the first time. Targeted Chinese state intervention. Massive subsidies for robot adoption, low-cost financing, and mandates that provincial governments integrate automation into their industrial restructuring plans, all stand in the way of Musk Optimus winning the robotics race. So you have a robotics race, man. Okay? You got digital IDs popping up everywhere. You got robotics race. Okay? And let's get this. All right? Now, this is JP Morgan. JP Morgan and Chase expands blockchain reach because you got this current monetary system, the cash-based monetary system in the banks. This is going to change, man. Things is going to become digital assets, tokenization, blockchain technologies, man. All right. So you got JP Morgan, which is one of the big banks, right? It says JP Morgan Chase.co has come a long way when it comes to crypto. At one point, they used to look at anything blockchain or digital assets with skepticism. CEO Jamie Dimon, who famously called Bitcoin a fraud in 2017, because these same people that was basically going against crypto, now they're embracing it because we in those times. All right, we in those times. It says has since softened his stance, acknowledging that the blockchain is real. Analysis view the move as a full circle movement for Wall Street's largest bank, signaling crypto's acceptance in mainstream finance. And you had Trump with I believe the stablecoin bill, the Genius Act, you know. All right, because when you go into let me get this real quick because I have this. Let me play this real quick.
My last slide. Central banks issue and control, and then so, by the way, let's abolish cash. So what should we do? Well, introduce digital cyber currency that central banks issue and control, and thereby gain total control over all economic transactions, decisions, and the whole lot you've just heard from the CEO of the GDI. So the greatest concentration of central banking power in history is really the bid they're aiming at. That's the central bank's goal. And, of course, digital accounts of dissenters and regime critics could be switched off. It'd be very difficult to even purchase necessities. So this is an Orwellian dystopia of total control, the end of any freedoms. That's really what central banks are aiming at. Several central banks have, like the Bank of England, already prepared their microchip implant, RFID chip.
All right, and we're going to stop it there, man. And this is what's coming. All right, and the apostles and elders on down of Great Millstone have been preaching this thing, man. Okay, they've been preaching this thing. All right, the micro C have been the MARK of the beast, man, and we're in those times. And now what he went into is CBDCs, I believe, central bank digital currencies. Now Trump, because people understand central bank digital currencies, that's basically total control, right? So these devils being the devil that they are, Trump made it seem as if that he's against CBDCs. And this is where you get, I believe, the stablecoin bill and the Genius Act, because instead of CBDCs, you have stablecoins. But stablecoins are just CBDCs in disguise, man. All right. Stablecoins, all right, that are able to be issued through these, these corporations, and, it's CBDCs in disguise, man. So now you have JP Morgan Bank, which, if I'm not mistaken, this isn't a stable coin. But the point is that the digital assets are being embraced because we in those times. So it says, analysis view the move as a full circle moment for Wall Street largest bank, signaling crypto's acceptance in mainstream finance. But the bank has made another milestone move that reinforces the bank's growing role in the digital asset ecosystem. All right. It says JP Morgan Chase & Co. has officially launched its blockchain-powered deposit token, JPM Coin, for institutional clients, as reported by Bloomberg on November 12th, man. So man, that's the point. They launched, JP Morgan Chase launched their own coin, their own token. All right? We in those times, man. Okay? This current financial system is finna change, and it's gonna get digital. The world is finna get real digital, man. All right? And eventually, this devil is finna bring forward this micro C hip. All right? Elon Musk with his robots, but what, he got the Neuralink, the brain C hip, man. All right, so let's get this. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 33. It says, so likewise, actually, let's go up. Matthew chapter 24, verse 32. It says, now learn the parable of the fig tree. When its branch is yet tender and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh. Right, that's a token. Those are signs that the summer is nigh. It says, so likewise ye, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors, man. All right. And see, when you read Matthew 24, it goes into those signs, the signs of the times, the uproars of the people. That's why you see in these certain countries, you have the uproars and the protesting, all throughout the world, man, the uproars of the people, the earthquakes in diverse places. All right. You got the signs in the heavens, man. The sun, the moon, right? Okay, you got the wars and rumors of wars, man. America, Venezuela, China, Taiwan, I believe. Israel and, Russia, Ukraine. Wars and rumors of wars, man. Because we're in those times. And the scriptures say, I also got it. 2nd Ezra, chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made, man. And how do we measure the time diligently in itself? We see what's taking place in the earth and we filter it through the scriptures, man. You see, we understand the time that we're in, man, by filtering it through the scriptures. We seeing the so-called the embracing of digital assets, tokenization, blockchain technology, digital IDs, robots, and all, because this devil wants to bring this digital cashless surveillance monetary system, man. All right. And this goes to what? This goes into what? The MARK of the beast. All right, let's get it. All right. Okay, John the Revelator, he's seen it. This Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, it says, and he calls it all. Who's the he? The so-called white man. He calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a MARK in their right hand or in their foreheads. And when you go into this word MARK in the Greek word is charagma, which go into a scratch, etching, thing carved, sculpture, graven, a cutting, and incision, because they're going to have to make that cutting into the flesh so you can receive this MARK, man. This micro C-hip, all right? Whether it be in your hand, your forehead, wherever, man. Okay? The brain, the neural link, all right? It says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the MARK or the name of the beast or the number. With the time that we're coming into, they're going to bring forward a digital monetary system where you will not be able to buy and sell. You will not be able to make purchases without having this CHIP, man. These are the times that we're coming into. You will not be able to buy and sell without having this micro C-hip. All right? You're going to need this micro C-hip in order to take part in this devil's society, man. And these are the times that we're coming into. This is why the scriptures call it the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. This is why the digital IDs is popping up everywhere over the earth, man. Because we're in those times. And once again, according to the scriptures, we are not to receive this thing. And those that do receive it, they're going to take part in that fiery destruction. All right. And mainly speaking of here in America. Okay. Babylon the Great. Okay. This is Revelation chapter 14, verse 9. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his MARK in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb, man. And that's the point. And these are the times that we're fastly approaching, man. The time of Jacob's trouble, the detention center. We see this devil using the crisis, the so-called crisis of immigration for what? For control, surveillance, all right? But this devil, we in those times, man. This devil finna come down with great wrath upon the tribes, these so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians. He finna present this C-hip, man, we in those times. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I'm gonna close it out. Give infinite praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakach Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone, time of this truth. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom.